I don't believe your name was on the class action lawsuit for concussions, was it?
No, no, sir.
And the apparently 5 wrestlers still pressing on with it.
Yeah.
What's fully your opinion?
Well, I mean, the reason I've certainly been asked, and it's just a no-win, these class action lawsuits. I certainly would have, if I thought that I had anything to gain from it, I would have definitely signed on, because I feel that the WWE was very irresponsible in that stuff back in the day. I mean, I remember. What I do remember, it was on television when I wrestled the head shrinkers, the Samoans, as PJ Walker. I took a backdrop, which they pretty much landed me on my head, and then clotheslined me into completely knocked out on live television, to where I did not move. I was literally knocked out live on TV, and they dragged me to my corner, which they shouldn't have moved me at all, to tag in the guy I was working with, and they finished him off. And all I remember is going to the ring that night, and I woke up in my mom's house in her bed, in my childhood bed. So how I got from New York City to Connecticut, which is a 2-hour drive, got paid, got my car, all that stuff is blacked out. So I literally remember going to the ring, waking up at home, don't know how I did it. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. So many times you would get knocked out under WWE watch. They knew it and put you right back out there. And that was common practice. Do I have long-term effects? I don't know. I mean, I certainly know that depression is a huge, huge problem that comes with multiple concussions. I've had well over a dozen. So I can't say for sure, but I have suffered from substance abuse, depression, and many other things that kind of go hand in hand with concussions. But I'm not going to say that it's all that. I just don't know. You really don't know. It's such a new thing. But I mean, it's a tricky thing, but I don't think they'll ever go anywhere with it, unfortunately. And it'll just be another win for the WWE, and maybe rightfully so. I don't know. The evidence is just so sparse and all over the place that there's no real case there, other than opinion, no fact.
Yeah. Where do you think the line is drawn between a company's responsibility to their, I'll do the air quotes here, independent contractors, and where the personal onus is on the risk?
I think it's our responsibility as performers, but it was always, they say you have a choice, but you really don't. Believe me, if I would have said at 20, 21 years of age, after getting knocked out, I'm not going to be at the next show, I probably wouldn't have a next show. You know what I mean? And I probably, they wouldn't have ever said that or admitted it, but they would just move on from you. And that was very well known in some circles. You knew you couldn't call in sick. You had to make it no matter what. And that's what we did, and that's, but again, there's no proof of that. They always said the right thing. But in no way, shape, or form were we to know. It's just, the proof is in the pudding, I guess, because the guys that would take time, and if they got hurt, just wouldn't come back, Because if you weren't important enough, I should say, to come back, then you weren't coming back. If you were a superstar, then that's a different tale.
Yeah.
So.
Do you smell what the Rock is cooking?
Enough is enough!
Rudy Poo Kenya!
I had him writhing in pain with my sharpshooter.
Rocky!
I am not a nugget!
Stick him straight up your candy ass!
I kicked your leg out of your leg.
The Rock